we had some colonies. And it was Guyana and Suriname. And there we could get the woods, and I think it's for free. I don't know, but I think. Okay, well, you see here the windmill, and this is the total of the cap. It weighs over 15,000 kilograms. So the windmill has always been with his face on the wind. The wind has always go in front of the beams. That's why the miller has to turn it around. It's rotatable for 360 degrees. It's on a roll wagon, you see a piece of it right here. And it's with 48 cast iron wheels. I'm not going to lift it because it's very heavy. That's why the weight of the cap is so much. This part is the tail. And on the windmill you will see there is a turning wheel over here. The turning wheel is connected with chains, and those chains the miller will put on a block, nowadays concrete, and then he turns the wheel around and he will wind up the chain, and that's why the cap is going to rotate. It's a heavy job, I can tell you. The total length of the two sail beams is approximately 28 meters. They were first built from wood, but in the neighborhood were a lot of shipyards. When the shipyards started to use iron, then the beams were also made of iron. They last longer than wood, and they can be made at any length that you want. A tree is a tree. You can't do anything about its length, but when it's iron, you can make it as long as you wish. Well, a bit about how the windmill works. The wind is coming this way, and it is starting to rotate. This is the wind axle. And there it is on this part, the blue part, that's the wind upper wheel. The upper wheel has, we say, wooden teeth, and you call them cogs, and they're like this. The cogs will grip in to the upper sprocket, and the sprocket has 40 staves. These are 70 about, and these are 40 in the upper sprocket. This one. So this one is pushing this one like this. And you can see that it's worn out in different places. Well, we do a bit of recycling already in those days. When it's worn out, about 7 years, the miller would turn it around, and it was reused on the other side. And then we would turn it around this side, and then turn it around again this side. The windmill is always going one side. When you're in front, it's turn left, back, you see it go right. That is all the mills in Europe are going the same way, except England. Well, they also drive it to the wrong side. Then the movement will go on now to the King's Pin, and that's made of one entire oak tree or pine tree. Then this starts, it is all going the same time, but so it's transmitted. This is the lowest sprocket, and this also has the 40 staves, and then it goes to the bottom wheel, and it is connected with the water axle to the big scoop wheel. You can see it later on in the windmill, the big scoop wheel. It has a diameter of 6.3 meters, and it is about 50 centimeters wide. So it is, because it is turning one way, here usually is the boulder, here is the water, so it's going from down to up to a higher level, and the windmill can pump it up to 1 meter in level. Here is a door, and the door is pushed open by the water, and it will close, because otherwise the water will come back, and then we have done the work for nothing. Inside there is a wall which separates the wet part from the dry part because the miller had to live in it.